Dr. Zildar had practiced medicine for 40 standard years across 17 different species. She had treated crystalline singers, whose bodies could shatter from a harsh word, tended to methane breathers, who required atmospheres that would kill most oxygen-based life, and even performed surgery on a hive-mind collective where one patient was technically 3,000 organisms. Nothing in her extensive career had prepared her for humans. The patient's name was Marcus Webb, a cargo hauler who'd been caught in an engine explosion on Station Kepler 9. When they brought him into her medical bay, Dr. Zildar's 4 eyes widened in horror at the damage. Third-degree burns across 40% of his body, 3 broken ribs, a punctured lung, severe radiation exposure, and a concussion that should have left him comatose. He was complaining about the coffee. "Look, Doc, I appreciate the hospitality," Marcus said, wincing as her medical drones applied regenerative gel to his burns. "But this brown liquid you guys call coffee tastes like recycled coolant. Got anything stronger?" Dr. Zildar's translator implant struggled with the concept. "Stronger? Mr. Webb, you should be dead. Your pain receptors alone should have sent you into terminal shock. How are you even conscious?" Marcus shrugged, despite his broken ribs, and grinned. "Takes more than a little explosion to keep a human down. Document, remember that time I told you about? When I broke my leg hiking in Colorado? Walked 5 miles on it before I got to a hospital. That's not medically possible for any known species." "Yeah, well, welcome to Earth biology." Over the next 3 weeks, Dr. Zildar documented what she would later call the most fascinating and terrifying case study in modern xenomedicine. Marcus's body didn't just heal, it adapted, overcame, and rebuilt itself with a ferocity that defied every principle she'd learned. His bones knitted together in days, not months. His burns regenerated without significant scarring. The radiation damage that should have caused cascading organ failure somehow triggered his immune system into overdrive, attacking and eliminating damaged cells with ruthless efficiency. His body was essentially at war with itself, and it was winning. "Humans," she reported to the Galactic Medical Council, "possess something called an inflammatory response that borders on controlled self-destruction. They also have redundant systems for nearly everything. 2 kidneys, 2 lungs, a liver that can regenerate from 30% capacity, and a cardiovascular system that can reroute blood flow on demand." The council's chief examiner, a gaseous being named Whisper of Dawn, pulsed with disbelief. "Dr. Zildar, are you suggesting that humans evolved with built-in medical redundancy?" "I'm suggesting," she replied carefully, "that humans come from a Class 12 death world where this level of resilience was the minimum requirement for survival." The revelation sent shockwaves through the medical community. Researchers began studying Earth's history, a planet where 99% of all species that ever lived had gone extinct, where megafauna hunted in packs, where diseases evolved as fast as their hosts, where the weather could kill in minutes and the sun itself caused cellular damage. Humans hadn't just survived Earth. They'd thrived on it. They'd become apex predators not through strength or speed, but through sheer, stubborn refusal to die. Dr. Zildar witnessed this firsthand when Marcus developed an infection from a common station bacteria, something harmless to most species. Within hours, his temperature spiked to levels that would denature proteins in any other organism. She prepared his final rites. He sweated it out in 2 days. "Fever," he explained weakly, drinking something he called orange juice that registered as mildly acidic on her scanners. "My body basically cooks the infection to death. Uncomfortable as hell, but effective. Your body generates heat to kill pathogens," Dr. Zildar said slowly, "even though that same heat could kill you. Yeah, it's a gamble. But evolution figured humans were worth the risk." On the day of his discharge, Marcus stood in her office, fully healed, ready to return to his cargo routes. Dr. Zildar had one final question. Mr. Webb, doesn't it frighten you? Living in a body that operates on such violent principles? Marcus considered this, then smiled, that uniquely human expression that showed teeth, which she'd learned was somehow meant to be friendly. Doc, I grew up on a planet where the air is mildly corrosive. The water is full of invisible organisms trying to colonize our intestines, and the star gives us cancer if we stand under it too long. Our bodies learn to fight back against everything because on Earth, everything was trying to kill us. He paused at the doorway. We don't think of it as violence. We think of it as survival. And we've gotten pretty damn good at it. After he left, Dr. Zildar updated her medical files with a new classification: Homo sapiens, DeathWorlder. Treatment protocol: step back and let them heal themselves. Intervention only recommended in extreme cases. Because apparently, extreme was just another Tuesday for humanity.